Good day, stoners. It's time to wake up with your girl. I really seriously need to stop because I'm really seriously irritated. Like, seriously. Because I'm fucking sober. I hate being sober. I just do, but I don't be letting her get up in the middle of my fucking... it's like this. I can't sleep without weed for very long, basically. If I go to sleep because of whatever reason I get to sleep, cool. But expecting me to stay asleep like for a whole motherfucking night, 8 hours or 6 to 8 hours, something like that, it just don't happen. I wake up, and the only time it do happen is if I have like the truckee, the CBD truckee. Otherwise, I'll be waking up because I'm coming down. And I don't even want to get up and smoke myself to sleep. Because if I have to roll up to go back to sleep or find my motherfucking blood. If my blood is not like right next to my pillow, on the nightstand, somewhere close by where I can just light up with my eyes closed, I'm going to be mad when I get up. And it's no fun. So I just go back to sleep. I don't like being mad for a second. So I just go back to sleep, and then I be even more angry and frustrated and irritated when I finally do get up because I'm sober. It's like I'm mad and irritated because I'm not getting my rest, and I'm mad and irritated because I'm sober because I got my rest. So it's a lose-lose situation, seems like most times. Either sleep a little bit, wake myself the fuck up and be mad, and then have to smoke to stop being mad. Smoke to sleep. If I'm not smoking the right weed, I'm going back to sleep. And if I'm already awake, it's going to make me mad to have to go back to sleep when I already got started with my fucking day. Now I'm up. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to move along. I'm not going to just chill. I just be so irritated. Not having the right weed is the worst. It's the worst. It's like, it's almost not like, it's just a step above not having weed at all. It just have you all over the place, and it's like, it's not cool. It's better to be without weed, but it's still hard. You just gotta medicate all day. You gotta eat it, you gotta smoke it. I gotta eat it, I gotta smoke it, I gotta do all of that shit for it to just stay in my system. Them CBD trochees, they do last long. But that's the only time I sleep the whole night and wake up feeling sober, like I'm feeling fine with being sober because I'm still medicated. Sober from the THC, I guess. Anyway, fucking hate it. I feel it in my body. My body is upset. My mind is like upset because my body's upset. My body is like, I'm like, bitch, get something in my body now and get me high. Or now, faster, higher, faster, higher, faster. And I'm gonna go to sleep. And my mind's gonna be mad then because I can't get shit done because my body wanna go to sleep. whatever. I was just like, whatever today. Hope you guys slept better. This thing has little creases, little perforations where I could take them off. I guess as the months go by every month. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so every 2 months, I can take a piece of it off the top of the book. Then I'll have less pages to be turning through. Yeah, right on March 1st. Crap. So I don't have so many pages to turn through. I could just leave it on the first page. The last time, they didn't have these. Last year, the year before, they didn't have these perforations where you could just like tear pieces of it off. You had to fold it over, and I don't think it had this part on the bottom of it either. It didn't have any of this. This is a plus. Maybe it did. Yeah, it has to, because the bottom would have got wet or torn up after a year. So let's get to today's, and I'm gonna start tearing these off. Using them for scratch paper. Not gonna tear it off yet. I'm not done with it. This is the 23rd. May 23rd. It says poker. Any self-respecting toker has a poker, an essential instrument when smoking from a bong that does exactly what its name implies. It pokes things. Specifically, it pokes ash, resin, and stray pieces of dust through the bowl head and into the chamber of the bong so that it can be flushed away the next time you decide to get off your lazy ass and clean the bong. While there are dedicated pokers specifically built for this function, a paperclip, safety pin, or any long and thin apparatus will suffice. Oh, hell yeah, I got a whole bunch of pokers. This is a poker and a dab tool for me. This is the best one because it's lasting the longest. It's metal, it's skinny right there. It's fat on this side and I can scrape. You know, this is cool. I think this came with my Snoop Dogg vaporizer pit. I believe this is where this came from. Because I have another one that's similar to this, but I got it from the smoke shop. Yeah. And it's like a scraper. It's not as nice as that one. It's like, seems like it's a little dangerous. This one says for January, what we missed. Yeah, January, we missed it. We did the generation joint. It's a whole bunch of Brazil, Rio, baby. Beautiful beaches, legendary party places, carnival. Brazil is a natural vacation destination for the marijuana enthusiasts. Booties. Although you have to be careful to avoid the law enforcement personnel, you don't want to end up in prison, period, but especially if it's a Brazilian prison. And bud isn't as easy to score here as it is in other places. Brazil's party atmosphere makes it worth the trip. Carnival, the unparalleled celebration that takes place for 4 days every year before Lent, is known around the world for its extreme debauchery. A perfect trip for the pothead. Urban Rio has it all: beaches, culture, and parties. But don't underestimate other places in Brazil along coastline like Florianopolis, Florianopolis in the south, and Bahia in the north. Brazil. Interesting. You gotta check out some Brazil. So let's get back to what we were talking about yesterday. What I wanted to talk about yesterday, but we didn't have time because the article was just so long all by itself. I know I saved it. Let me see. How to choose the right medical cannabis strains and more evidence that cannabis beats addictions. I guess that's what we'll fuck with today. I thought there was something else. Maybe I was just more excited about it yesterday. There's so much excitement. Let me see. Alright, let's just go with more evidence confirms that cannabis helps beat addiction. Oh, I'm trying to prove everything that I talk about, unless I be like, yeah. So, obviously, everyone has an addiction to someone or something. Maybe not necessarily a substance, but maybe a habit, right? Right. This seems like a super short article. All right. Cannabis and addiction. Like, if you're going to get addicted to something, you may as well switch it to something that's going to help you. It's hard. You would think it's hard, right, to switch your addiction from a negative, harmful addiction to a helpful addiction. It's like, you would think it's easy. I would think it's easy. But addictions are addictions. You have your reasons for sticking with it, you know, and those are your reasons. Those are very personal to each person. What your reasons are for sticking to an addiction that is harmful to you. But I say every reason is going to end up with the same result. You're going to be hurt by it if it's not helping you. Reason they call it negative. Or good. If you're doing good. For years, perhaps the most common anti-pot argument has been the whole gateway drug notion. Yeah, I want to punch somebody in the throat when they say that shit. Deep down, it has always been based on the admission that cannabis itself is largely innocuous, but it must still be dangerous because it leads to harder drug use. Most of us who love pot recognize that the gateway drug thing is an excuse to perpetuate cannabis prohibition, but now scientific evidence is backing up what we've always known. Cannabis is not a gateway drug, and in fact, it helps in the fight against addiction. Like I said 1,000 times, if you are doing other yeah, man, like I always said 1,000 times, if you doing drugs that is harmful to your motherfucking health, you doing that shit because you have a death wish. You're not doing it because you want to live. And if you trying to live, if you trying to kill yourself, you ain't doing weed. Because weed ain't fucking finna kill you. It's not never. It's never gonna kill you. So, people that have a death wish ain't trying to fuck with weed because that's not what's going to get them there. Proof is in the fucking pudding. So, it says the opposite is true. What I just said. But they're going to tell you in their words. Grandfather Herb, or is this grandmother Herb? Who is this? Grandmother Tiffany King Herb says, various studies are revealing that cannabis is actually the antithesis of the gateway drug. Cannabis is successfully curbing addictions to alcohol, opioids, heroin, and other harmful substances. And if you do your research, it shows right there, there's a little link to opioids. What opioids consist of? Oh, opioids. Opioids. Such a tricky ass motherfucking drug. The trickiest drug in the world. If you ask me, super tricky. You don't know what the fuck you doing when you dealing with opioids. You won't never know if you don't know. It's just like one of those traps. Like, you so trapped by it, you're not gonna be able to like see that you're trapped until something or someone or somehow you are able to step outside of yourself for just a moment to look at yourself, and then you can see where the fuck you really are. It's the worst trap ever, if you ask me. Heroin, I forgot what heroin do to you. I be studying all these drugs because I be wondering what people want them for. But the only thing I can figure out is they got a death wish, because I ain't never wanted to use motherfucking drugs. And when I've tried other medications that are strong and people get addicted to, I ain't never got addicted to it. I ain't never liked it. You know, that's what addictions are. You have to at least like it to be addicted to it, to repeat the habit or the substance. You have to like it. Just have to. You have to. You cannot gonna do something you don't like. Just not. Otherwise, people wouldn't go to jail so much. So anyway, the Journal of American Medicine conducted a study to determine the association between and the presence of state medical cannabis laws and opioid analgesic overdose mortality. They found that states with medical cannabis laws had a 24.8% lower mean annual opioid overdose mortality rate compared with states without medical cannabis laws. All in all, since marijuana treats mood disorders, chronic pain, and other conditions, patients are not only opting for medical marijuana, but are also using it to wean themselves off prescription drugs. We've had this conversation too about me and prescription drugs and how I don't fuck with them. Put that money on weed. Just don't go to jail. So I don't be out of weed. Because they give you pills in jail. They don't give you weed. They give you pills. You can be hooked again. Many substance abusers not only suffer from the psychological component of addiction, but the mental component as well. What's the difference? Co-occurring disorders, which are underlying mental conditions, also contribute to one's ability to achieve sobriety. Oh, yeah, man. It's hard. It's crazy fucking hard. Cannabis is successful treatment of depression, stress, anxiety, ADD, and others may go a long way towards alleviating the hidden psychological disorders that often accompany addictions. Crack cocaine use, which happens to be one of the most addictive substances known to mankind, is even reduced when weed is brought into the picture. What? According to a research team at the University of British Columbia. I get it now. I get all the conspiracies now. I mean, well, the drug conspiracies. I understand now. It's a lot going on in the other parts of the drug war. And I was just like, what? Is it that serious? But it's that serious. I see now. Given the substantial global burden of morbidity and morality. Okay, who is this? The University of British Columbia. Given the substantial global burden of morbidity and morality attributable to crack cocaine use disorders alongside a lack of effective pharmacotherapies, we echo a call of rigorous experimental research on cannabinoids as a potential treatment for crack cocaine use disorders. It's that serious. A lot of people gonna be out of job from this movement. A lot of people. It's more than the drug dealers gonna be out of a job because of this shit. Because we get legal. A lot of people going to be out of a job. And on the plus side, a lot of people are going to get jobs. So we're going to take jobs from the people that have them now, and I would assume are not paying taxes. Going to the IRS and everything like that. And giving it to the people, the patients. You know, we taking the jobs from the other people that don't care about us, I would assume. I don't really know. They might care about us, but if they doing other shit to us, they probably don't care about us. So, yeah, giving it to the people that care about us to run it. Like more people that's more strictly in our lane, not the people that's doing the meth business and stuff like that, and they might just lace your motherfucking shit. You know, we don't need those type of people running it. Legal substances take a hit. Additions to legal substances like tobacco and alcohol, which are not perfectly legal but aggressively marketed in the U.S., also decrease when cannabis is used as a substitute. Let's just keep going. Let's keep getting better. Clinical trials documented by the National Institutes of Health show that those treated with CBD significantly reduced the number of cigarettes smoked by 40% during treatment just with CBD. Initial studies on alcohol addictions and cannabis are also promising. Alcohol withdrawal can be life-threatening, but primarily studies reveal that many patients who substitute weed for alcohol in rehab programs are also able to abstain from alcohol for longer periods of time. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because transitioning from anything that's like a really serious habit is hard. When common sense is just not common. In spite of the anti-marijuana rhetoric coming out of Washington, right, the facts paint an entirely different picture of cannabis as a healer of addiction, not an initiator, right? So that's why I don't bring the bad news here. I don't want to bring that bullshit here. If you want to hear garbage about weed and any of those things that they have to say against weed, go watch the news. There's plenty of that shit out there for y'all. I'm not here for that. I'm not going to bring y'all that bullshit, so don't come looking for it here. Cannabis's multitude of therapeutic effects, low threshold for abuse, lack of fatal overdose risk, and little to no side effects can't be claimed by any other substances, legal or otherwise. It's doubtful that we'll ever hear the term medical tobacco ever. So it looks as though cannabis really is a gateway to freedom from harmful substances. Oh, the irony. It says. Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus that shit. Boy, it's real. And just like all the bad news, I keep up with the bad news too. I just don't bring it here. Anytime I be like, sober, I'm going to just have to really push it. I'm going to have to really force it because that's never good for me. And it's never good for anybody because being sober is like, it'll put me in a place where I can't go ahead and like do nothing. It's not good for nobody because, you know, it's enough bad news out there. I want to bring the good news. Fuck all that. I can't bring it here. But the bad news will have you just like really shaking and scared and nervous. It's just like, who needs that in the morning? If that's what you want, you can have it though. You can have it however you want it. I'm not Burger King though. I don't give it to you your way. I give it to you the cannabis way. Well, I was going to tell you how to choose the right medical cannabis strain, but I'm running out of time. I might be able to do it if it'll load. I thought we read this already. No, maybe not. This is a long one too. Okay, so this one is a compilation of other videos in one article. We're gonna do this one tomorrow. And it's a little, so it's like a repeat and a compilation at the same time. It's just gonna be a different day. Yeah, how to choose the right medical cannabis. I just named it. So yeah, that's gonna be good. Tomorrow's gonna be good. It'll be worth repeating. It's like some things is not worth repeating. Like you should just go back and look at the videos. But some things it's just worth repeating, so that you can get it to stick. And then I'm not really repeating it word for word. I'm repeating it in a compilation. That's what a compilation is. It's a cool ass mini repeat. It's a repeat. It's like a, how do you compare a compilation to something else? Like notes, I guess. Anyway, that's what we on tomorrow. Let me check out one more article. Real quick. Oh, well. They just being extra silly. On Herb on Facebook today, just a whole bunch of jokes. Black cannabis. Hold on. I've never heard of black cannabis. It says plants grown in cooler areas form compounds called anthocyanins, changing their light absorption, sometimes turning the plants black. Anthocyanins. Hold on, go back. It's moving too fast. Anthocyanins have a number of health benefits, protection against cancer, immune enhancing, anti-aging, how? Anti-inflammatory. And share this video if you want to try black cannabis. Just in. Black leaves, black weed. Why you need to look out for synthetic cannabis? We'll do that tomorrow too. That sounds like some bullshit. I got heartburn. That's why I stopped. I need some water to take my heartburn Wheaties. But my water is far away from me. But I need it so I can do this exit. Hold on. This is all I'm gonna do. And if this don't help, I'm gonna do it again. Just another gush, but I'm smashing it so it can be smaller and easier to swallow. Compressing it like a pill. It can break up when it get down there. As long as this shit stops. It's fucking hurting bad. I need more water. I need more water. I like to do this on camera so people can see. This is one of those things we haven't talked about. We in herb, we haven't talked about grandparents. Herb have not mentioned weed for heartburn. But I know it works. I think I read about it somewhere else too. It don't take a long time. And then again, you can't overdose on it. You might just be extra fucking high. But at least you don't have heartburn. The only reason I think I got heartburn is because I used to be a fish. Like when I moved to Vegas, I was already dipping and dabbing in the liquor. And then one day, I got a little deep into the liquor. And I started getting in trouble with the liquor. And then that didn't stop me. I got really sick one time. I had drunk just a little too much vodka that day. I was trying to, this is what happened. I bought a gallon of the cheapest vodka I could find. Because it was a gallon. And I was like, alright, I want to be a mermaid. I'm waiting on heartburn to go away. It's going away. I might put some more in there just in case. So, I bought a gallon of vodka. And I'll never forget it because I really wanted that shit. I still do to this day want it. But it was green apple. Y'all make me smile thinking about it now. I had a gallon. I was gonna kill that bottle. I was like, I bet you I can get through this today. If not all of it, at least to the bottom of it is what I was thinking. I was ready. I didn't make it though. Cause I got too drunk. And I was fucking up my schedule. And I was like, no, this is not what I want. So I said, fuck it. And then I got sick. Really, really sick the next day. I think I got sick for like 2 or 3 days. My stomach was like, ugh, don't touch that no more. So I poured it down the sink. After about a week of looking at it, I was gonna try it again. And I just switched to brown and wine. And then I got here. Everything was just Vegas style. Vegas liquor stores. Vegas style liquor stores. 24-hour liquor at every fucking corner. And I just was like, hell, I can't take it. So I just started fishing again. I just turned into a full-blown fish. Went from a mermaid to a full-blown fish for like 3 years straight. I was drinking everything. Everything but moonshine. No bullshit. Everything but moonshine. I got close. I started to drink it out. So why would I do that to myself? I'm going to have this whole bottle. I'm not going to be able to drink it in a day. I'm not going to be able to sip on it. It might burn. I heard some bad stories about it. I don't know. So I ended up getting heartburn a lot. I think I got an ulcer and shit. Started to try to take pills for the heartburn. Started to like get to the maximum dosage a day. All that shit. No more. I heard it. I read somewhere that it's good for GERD. Weed is good for GERD. So I figured, hey, I'm gonna try that shit. I said, but I know it's not gonna do it by smoking because I smoke all day, every day, and that ain't help my heartburn. If anything, it stopped me from smoking. So I said, how is it gonna help for GERD? I think I might have that shit. I don't know. I just don't want to go to the doctor and them put me on more pills for other shit that I can fix with weed. So I'm just like, I'll wait. I'm going to try to fix all this shit with weed. And then I'll go to the doctor and be complaining. Like, bitch, look, I got this, and this wrong with me, right? And this. But it's going away. But I want you to check it anyway. You know, just to make sure. And I'm going to just be like, I'm going to just go see my doctor every 6 months and be like, weed is fucking with it. Weed is helping. I talked to my doctor before about this shit. And I already know what they're going to do to me. They're going to try to put me on some more drugs that I don't want to fuck with. So, that's the only reason I'm sharing that with y'all, because I want to be proof of the things that I talk about, that I testify, and I want y'all to see it. I feel better now, for real. I feel way better now. That was good. I don't even think that was a gram. That might have been a gram. But it worked. I probably used like a gram of weed, for real. And then if I have to do that 6 times a day, which I don't, because I try to avoid the foods that give me heartburn since I'm having these problems now. But at least I can. I won't overdose. I won't be giving myself other problems. I can mix. I don't take other drugs. I was going to say I can mix other drugs with it, like other prescription drugs, but I don't take none of that shit no more. I don't. I just totally rely on weed right now and taking care of myself, okay? That on top of take care of myself. Weed and take care of myself. You know? Just don't make sense to keep digging into your motherfucking womb with germs and shit if you want it to heal. Right? Okay. Anyway, none of my heartburn is gone and my time is officially up. I got shit to do. I know you do too, so let's do it. On top of having a high ass, dank ass, fake ass, incredible edible ass day. Thank you all for waking up with me. So much fun to share my my experiences with weed with people who give a fuck. It's also fun meeting people here. Meeting all you WeTubers. Don't be shy. Say hi. I love rhyming, I swear. I should be a rapper.